Our own anti-American media has been praising China for its efforts toward the coronavirus debacle, but that's nothing new. Adolf Hitler was Time's Man of the Year in 1938, as was Joseph Stalin in 1939. The Chinese government's dominance of propaganda is as slick as it is nearly invisible.
This old iconic landmark is getting a new facelift, a bit of cosmetic surgery.
It's about to get a new name, all new upgrades and technologies, and an all-new lease on life as we partner with one of China's most formidable consumer product companies, TCL.
China is fast overtaking the U.S. as the biggest movie marketplace on Earth, and Wanda's acquisition is the biggest move yet by a Chinese company into the U.S. entertainment industry.
Now, the United States is by far the world's top funder of the World Health Organization. We give the organization about $58 million every year. That's double what any other country donates for some reason. But for the organization's leaders, there's only one country that matters, and it's not us, it's China.
And as the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative plows a path for the globalist fever dream of a Chinese century, the pawns of the powerful have looked to the World Health Organization for professional, unwavering guidance throughout the coronavirus hysteria. Many completely unaware of how locked in with China these organizations are.
Will the WHO consider Taiwan's membership? Hello?
I'm sorry, I can't hear. I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
Right.
Honestly, they've got out of their way to say, oh, nothing to see here, and then praise China, and now pretending the connection doesn't work.
Number one, we know that the WHO is a completely useless and corrupt body that has been completely taken over by Chinese Communist Party propagandists.
As the Federalist reported, China worked tirelessly behind the scenes lobbying to ensure the election of World Health Organization Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus, who previously served in the government of the Marxist and violently repressive Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front. This gruesome movement was responsible for gross human rights abuses such as torture, repression, and electoral fraud. During his tenure as health minister, Tedros was most known to have covered up 3 cholera outbreaks.
As the health minister, he decided to call it mere acute watery diarrhea, and people were like, diarrhea? How can it be diarrhea when about 60,000 people were affected in 2006? And not only that, he instructed his staff to avoid using the word cholera in their reports.
So why did China push so hard for Tedros? Tedros' tenure is merely a part of a broader Chinese Communist Party strategy to take over international organizations to reshape the international system to accommodate its political and economic interests. In service of this strategy, China has consistently sought to trade financial incentives for votes, offering bribes and canceling debt for countries that support them. All of this noted by Assistant to U.S. President Peter Navarro that the CCP has a broad strategy to gain control over 15 specialized agencies of the UN. China already leads 4 of the UN specialized agencies, while no other country leads more than 1. Their latest victims include a whistleblower, Wuhan Dr. Ai Fen, who is believed to have been detained after giving media interviews about her initial concerns over the coronavirus. Also, a Chinese doctor who claimed he quietly warned of the coronavirus outbreak. Li Wenling had shared his concerns via a private chat with his fellow medical school graduates and was finally released on January 3rd after signing a document saying he had committed illegal acts. Also, an outspoken tycoon who blasted Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Communist Party for their abysmal handling of the coronavirus went missing. Ren Jiquang had called Xi, one of China's most powerful leaders in modern history, a clown, and slammed the government's efforts to contain COVID-19.
It's now my great pleasure to invite Lady Gaga and Hugh Evans to say more about this very special event.
I would like to thank the World Health Organization and the United Nations, as well as Global Citizen. Thank you very much, Dr. Tedros and Hugh Evans, for all of your leadership in this fight. against COVID-19.
Of course, there's a predictable outrage-free celebration from the Mockingbird media as China lifts its lockdown on Wuhan, as independent reports of funeral homes burning sick people alive in Wuhan leak out. The only outrage comes from President Trump, who said the World Health Organization got every aspect of the coronavirus pandemic wrong and threatened to withhold funding from the international organization. John Bound reporting.